Day. I've been hearing a lot that e-bikes are for lazy people. They're just unmotivated, they get no exercise, they just, it might as well be a car on two wheels with an electric motor. Well, what I'm doing, I'm going to put that to the test. On the left here, we're going to have my electric fat bike. It weighs 75 pounds. 75 pounds with the battery. On the other side here, on the right, we're going to have the 30-pound mountain bike I have that I occasionally ride. I feel like I get more of a workout on my electric bike since it weighs a lot more. I'm going to put that to the test. Take a good long ride on both of them. I'm measuring the distance, the length, the time, everything with a Fitbit and whatever Strava data collects. And I'm going to put them to the test. It's about 6 degrees right now in Sudbury. And a good day for a ride. It's fall. I'm just taking a gravel trail for the most part from the flour mill to Coppercliff. That's going to be my route. Let's get her done. Okay, I'm at my start point here. Just gonna hit start on my tracker. Let's go. With the fat bike first. Well, they're playing side by side, so the video won't be 2 hours long. Anyway, I'm not riding my fat bike, my electric bike. Make that more clear, it's electric fat bike. Any different than I would my mountain bike. I like to just cruise. I like these gravel trails. So we're gonna compare. Does a fat bike, an electric bike, I can't speak today. Does an electric bike for lazy people? I don't know, I'm already running out of breath. I got the pedal assist on level 2, doing 15 kilometers, 16. It's about my usual pace. And that's all I'm doing, going my pace. I'm not going somebody else's, I'm not riding extra hard or extra fast just for results. There used to be a sign here for cars to yield to people crossing. No one ever did it. I don't have any fancy equipment to measure the watts or whatever energy I'm putting out, all that fancy stuff. All I got is a Fitbit and Strava. So that's where I'm going. That and my personal experience, Well, there's one of those signs I was talking about. Put them up here so people yield, but they never do. Can't recall from the moment right now how far our journey is going to be. About 45 minutes. I'm making it a little long. Doing that purposely just because, well, I bike on both bikes. And I'll tell you for sure, by the time I'm done on my e-bike, I'm a little more worn out, a little more flustered, a little more thirsty. Up the assist. Just to get up this hill instead of shifting down, Whew. A little winded at the moment. know if you guys spotted that nice yellow box. City put that there so drug users can put their needles in it. How nice of them. Hit my horn here. There we go. She heard me. Okay, just went down a small hill. I got my speed up to 22 now. It's helpful coming up this hill. I guess it's a good opportunity to show off the broken, we'll call it at best, bike infrastructure. Going from one end, the middle of town really, to one end. Now, I can't guarantee we'll get you know, exact same times or distances. There's traffic, you know, traffic to deal with. Lights might be different, so take the results with a grain of salt, at least when it comes to the time it took for me to get there and the average speed. I may have to wait at 2 sets of lights and not have to wait the next time by, which will drop my average speed. It's based on time versus, you know, average distance you cross and over what time, and you know, it's nothing to do with your speed. I figured that one out oddly. Alright, we're downtown. This is basically where all the bike infrastructure ends. I need to go this way. Just need to wait on these lights. Fun times. Alright, we're good. I usually go by what light changes first. And I don't bike on the roads in this town. Not when there's a black patch like this, especially. It's the same size and width as a bike lane. I don't know why it's not even painted. Like, the city could just paint a bike on it. You got a bike lane here. Match the rest of the spotty infrastructure. The lights are still out of time. So I'm doing 18 kilometers right now. It's not bad. Whew. Well, we need to cross here, and there's we got the green light. Oh, we did. And no bike lane. It's funny, we got a flashing lights here. It's not funny, it's sad. Flashing light crossing. 2 people this spring were hit in that crossing within 2 weeks. fucking sad. And press the big button. Wait, my turn. There's the Sudbury Arena. Whew. Not the biggest or the best in town, but it's what we got. All right, our turn. So I've just gone so far still on pedal assist level 2. That's my standard when I'm biking. Like I said, I like cruising. I get up to 17, 15, even 20 kilometers an hour. And I'll occasionally bump it up, you know, when I need the extra bump going up a hill. Just cross here, cars. Sometimes the thumb throttle is great too. Just for a short hill. Oh boy. Gotta walk on through this tunnel. This tunnel you gotta walk through. I'm just gonna try to stay bent over a little so you can see pile of dog poop there. At least I hope it's from a dog. There, better. Whew. And they tell you to walk through this tunnel for obvious reasons. Little tip if you're ever through here, look out for needles. Pushing this bike up this hill alone is a workout. More of a workout than a 30-pound bike, that's for sure. Now I could go straight down this trail. Sorry, this road. But I'm following the Trans-Canada Trail, which comes down this little laneway. Get a little harder on the brakes coming around that corner. Whew. A little out of breath. Just walking up that hill is a pretty good workout. Again, back up to 15. Can't believe people drive through here. I mean, their parking lots on the other side, it makes sense. So this is now part of the Trans-Canada Trail. I'm gonna up my pedal assist to 3 just for this hill. Whew. Sometimes I find third gear, third pedal assist a little too much assist. My feet are just spinning at this point. I'm doing 22 on level 3. This is a hard place to cross. See where this truck's going. So there's no access to the sidewalk from that road. This I wouldn't call a bike lane, but back still down the Trans-Canada Trail. That's pretty flat here. I'm gonna lower this back down to 2 where I'm comfortable at. I bumped it down to 1. There you go. I go through this a lot because this trail just drops you off a curb, you know, a couple inch drop. Well, thank you. See right here, just a drop. Now I might add, this is a one-way street. Most people are going the wrong way, but don't matter. I mean, it is part of the Trans-Canada Trail. Had they built bike infrastructure all the way through it, it'd be a problem. It's literally 1 block. People bike this trail all the time. All right, across here, no one coming. I like using the thumb throttle to get going sometimes. All right. This section's really bumpy. There's a military armory here. Yes, Sudbury has one of those. I guess Sudbury being part of NORAD, at one point, it still is, but we kind of need it. All right, that's on the doggo. Hello. Yeah, Sudbury has an armory, believe it or not. A little bit of throttle. A lot of people walk their dogs down these trails. And I like a loud one.
Thank you.
I always give people a long notice I'm coming. All right. So the best thing the city ever did, they put lights here and a bike crosswalk. You just press this button and right away the lights change. It's wonderful. It's the only intersection in town with it though. Crossing a 4-lane road to get from one trail to another is no fun. You know? Yeah, I said it's part of the Trans-Canada Trail. A lot of people come through here. Whew. Squirrel, run! Lots of wildlife. You see rabbits and partridge and squirrels, all turtles, all through here. In the spring, it's full of cobra chickens. Just because we're right along the creek. All right, now, coming up to a hill, I'm just gonna gear down. Back up. No motor engage. Now we got a bike lane here. But we cross right here. I'm just gonna get my turn. Alright. There was a car coming up behind me, like just waiting to turn, and it's one bad thing about that intersection. I mean, I guess all in all, cars seem to be impatient, waiting your turn to turn. And just the other day, I was getting my daughter on the school bus, and the arm and lights, well, the lights were off, but the arm hadn't even finished closing yet, which means the bus wasn't even ready to move yet. We got a van honking at a car to get moving past the bus. Well, I'm just gonna bump up my pedal assist a bit. See, now I'm out of a little out of breath. It's been a good ride. This is one of the bonuses of a e-bike. It lets you go further. Despite the speed, some people might have just stopped to catch their breath, but I can keep going on an e-bike. I don't know if you might call. Whew. Oh, yeah. Need a drink though. Whew. I'm just coasting, you know, no power. This thing's only got a 500 watt rear hub motor. It's not exactly a turbo plane or anything. Now, we got this interesting intersection the city put in. They cut the path here finally, after a lot of complaints from cyclists, you know. The path continues right across here. Little things like that matter. Cutting the curb down. Unlike that other crossing, you need to go through a parking lot to avoid a drop. Lots of leaves down here. All right, this is a big hill. Even with the pedal assist at level 3, I had a hard time. Oh, I can smell that bread from Weston's. Good smell in the morning. The thing I love about the fat bike, it's good and solid on the ground. You can turn at speed, go off the trail. It's less slippery on leaves. A little bit less than a mountain bike. It's, I guess, more contact patch, right? I'm just thinking of one little nitpick some bikers or some people might have. Well, I'm gonna straighten that out right now. Oh, wrong button. I'm not used to shifting on this bike. I'm gonna sort this little nitpick out. The bike I'm riding does have 26-inch tires, or 26-inch wheels, I should say. But being a fat bike, they equal 29. The rolling size is the same as a 29. A mountain bike is a 29. Here's my nice loud horn. Good day. So, essentially, tires are the same size. I know you get some people they'll nitpick about anything. Well, my tires are the same size, so rolling resistance based on the tires, I would say the fat bike has more, just because of the width of the tire, not anything else. It's got a lot bigger contact patch than it does rolling patch. All right, we're almost done with the hill, so I'm gonna drop this back down to 2. You didn't notice I did gear up when I, switched the pedal assist rate, because I like to keep a steady cadence. I don't like just spinning like I'm on an exercise bike with no pushback. What's that song? Staying Alive. I like to keep my pedal cadence like staying alive, regardless what speed I'm going, what gear I'm in, what pedal assist level I'm using on this thing. Now this hill, whew, she's a doozy. Some speed, first gear. So we're done with the Trans-Canada Trail. We've gone 14 kilometers, and now we're there. 6.7 kilometers, it says. Still got to get to Copper Cliff. Whew. Back on road, just cruising. Got a strong headwind. Not cool. I might bump it up just to battle this headwind. Oh man, this headwind's brutal. There's another thing in the plus column for an e-bike. Headwinds. With fractured lower back, the more I have to exert pedaling, the more pain I'm in. Alright, time to cross the street. This is where the bike lanes ends. I gotta get over. Whew. No one behind me coming. Back onto another trail. This is what takes you to Copper Cliff. Have good avoiding the highway, that's for sure. There's still a good headwind down here. It's more on the side though. Anyway, it's a nice little trail. If you want to not walk along the highway or bike, just too bad it ends so abruptly. You'll see that soon. And that there, see if you can see it, the world's largest cigarette is what we call it here. That's we used to be Inco, the super stack. Little off topic, but they do their smelting. All the smoke comes out that chimney, or it did anyway. It's not operational, I don't think. They found particles from that process, from that chimney, here in Sudbury, Ontario, Canada, in places all over Europe, all over like Russia, China, New Zealand even. They found particles of all the copper, the silver, the gold, everything they pull out of it, all the way across the world. Crazy, isn't it? It's not like they did it on purpose. Whew. So this is back to a paved surface, but whew, it is bumpy. And always slow down for that turn because I've wiped out. It goes into gravel, so just you lose your grip. So our trip's almost done. There's not a whole lot of gaps for riding on the street. That's one of my favorite parts about this area. But there is some flaws, for sure. It's a neat little bridge. It's just those posts make it pretty narrow to get through. They're there to keep motor vehicles off, like quads and skidoos and stuff. They like to rip through here if they can. It's common around Sudbury. So you have those bollards up, and, yeah. Slowing down again. I don't know where that car just turned. There's no road there. That was weird. Man, the difference between first and second gear on this bike, you really feel it. I love this bike. It's a great trail again, especially in summer. There's lots of tree cover, but back onto the workout. A little out of breath from that headwind. Yeah, I need to take, well, I'm definitely taking a break once I'm done at the end of this trail. I need it. I need to catch my breath. But I thought, you don't get winded on an e-bike. I mean, I looked at the weather before I left. Said it was 6 degrees out. Felt like 1. There's another tunnel. Yeah. Anyway. They say it's 6 degrees out, feels like 1 with the wind, and I'm sweating just wearing a long sleeve t-shirt and a fall jacket. Alright, that's the end of the trail. I'm ready for a break. We just cross here and get into Copper Cliff. But I'm not doing that. I'm gonna turn around, go home, maybe have a snack. Let's compare these routes now. I'll see which one got more of a workout. While I'm waiting here, stop this. Whew. Let's compare these results. What do you say? here. Well, that was a fun ride. Let's look at the stats here. Going off what Strava says, my e-bike, I went 9.17 kilometers, and on the mountain bike, 9.21. Take that with a grain of salt. I mean, it's done with GPS, and it's flawed. The time it took on my e-bike was 32 minutes, 43 seconds. On my mountain bike, 36 minutes, 44 seconds. Not much of a time difference. Average speed, the e-bike shows 16.8 kilometers per hour, while the mountain bike is 15.0 kilometers per hour. Again, not much really difference. Here though, average power, this was a big difference. The e-bike, it took me 135 watts average power, while on my mountain bike was only 113 watts average power to get to the same place in roughly the same time. If anything, I had to put more power into my e-bike to go practically the same speed and get to the same spot with just a few, less than 4 minutes of difference. And the calories burned, 300 calories burned on my e-bike and 402 on my mountain bike. So I had to work harder to burn less calories on my e-bike than I did on my mountain bike and really save just 4 minutes or less. Crazy. Now the Fitbit only shows one major difference. Everything else is basically the same, but the difference is my average heart rate. The average heart rate on my e-bike was 117 beats per minute, and the average heart rate on my mountain bike was 127. So that's not a big difference either. My resting heart rate averages about 89, 90, give or take. So I wasn't working overly hard on either. I think the evidence shows for itself. If you ride a mountain bike and an e-bike the same, you're getting, if anything, more of a workout on your legs, especially on an e-bike. It takes a lot more power to ride the e-bike as it does to ride the mountain bike. Probably because, if you noticed in the video, I shift a lot when I'm on my mountain bike. I use the gears a lot. So I shift up and down to go up and down the hills, while on the e-bike, occasionally I use the thumb throttle or I upped the power mode, but I still pedaled up the hill. I mean, the purpose of the e-bike pedal assist is to pedal, and the motor won't work if you're not pedaling. It seems pretty fair to say an e-bike, yes, can be for a lazy person if and only if you just use the throttle. If you're pedaling and riding it like a mountain bike, it's more work. You use more power. You get more of a workout on your legs, especially. I know my legs were pretty sore. So needless to say, anyone who says an e-bike is for lazy people, I guess conclusion is it depends how you use it. I hope you enjoyed this comparison. I kind of really enjoyed seeing the results myself. I've always thought you get more of a workout on an e-bike than you do on a mountain bike. Turns out the way I use it, you do. Till next time, everyone, take care of yourself and each other. Quote the great Jerry Springer. Goodbye.